How's it going? Took a minute for my camera to start rolling there. Don't mind the hat. It's cold outside. It is chilly in the house. I'm sure I've said this in my many videos before, but I have an older house. It was built in 1920. It's a nice house. I love it. But the wintertime, because it being an older house, the way it was constructed and so forth, it gets cold. And I've got gas furnace. And rather than have a ginormous gas bill over the winter, which I do anyhow, much more than I'd like to be paying, I have my thermostat set low. The way I see it is I'd rather save the money on the gas bill and just wear layers. Still comfortable, but hence the hat. Because I actually just got home a little while ago. I had to run and get Kiwi some the minty bones that she loves so much. And then while I was there, I picked up one of those catch and release mouse traps. Again, older house, basement, it's accessed from outside. You're going to have mice. Not really a damn thing you can do about it. Sure, I could pay a couple $100 to have an exterminator come out every 3 months or whatever, but you know what? I'd rather deal with it on my own. I got a number of different things in place. I haven't had any substantial damage or anything, because I do keep an eye on that. Obviously, I can't see in the walls and stuff like that, but overall, and based on the size of the mice I've caught, I'd say they're getting caught when I do catch them when they're pretty young. Yeah, and if you're wondering, I catch them and I take them out. I've got a place I can take them and just release them. That's a ways away from here. So I like to be humane whenever possible. Now, that doesn't apply to every little bug and everything. But, yeah. In other news, Uno, the kitten, just had her first checkup and her first round of shots. I went to Petco. I like their Vetco clinics where, a couple days, I think it's a couple days each week or every other week, something like that. Just on certain days, they work with the local animal shelter and actually have their vet come to Petco just to do I think they have two different versions depending on what Petco you go to. The one I go to in Troy just has the vaccination clinic, which basically just gives a basic physical, checks the the regular vitals and whether their coat is proper, their eyesight, hearing, stuff like that. You do rudimentary check, physical, and then they do all the different vaccines and topical treatments or prescriptions. If you need heart guard or flea stuff or whatever, you can get prescription pet stuff by going in and do, because it is an actual vet. But it tends to be substantially cheaper than going to one of your full service vets. So that's just a thought. If all you need is just a regular checkup, and if it doesn't appear like there's actually anything wrong with your dog or your cat, but you want to just a regular physical and their get caught up on shots, that might be a place to go. They also have the bigger version of that with some Petcos that are a full service vet. So I don't know where the closest one of those is around me, but I might look into that because I would imagine they're probably cheaper too. But she actually, I got to get out of the mindset of saying that. I'll be honest, I didn't really pay real close attention when I was looking, and being as small as she was, again, I said she, because I need to get in the mindset that the bottom line is it's not a she, it's a he. But because Uno is so small and so young, on first glance, the anatomy looked comparable to my dog's anatomy, and I know that Kiwi is female. And the kitten was kind of like squatting when it went to the bathroom, number one. So I just kind of assumed, okay, it's a female. No. That shows how much, that's why I'm not a vet, okay? Because I can't even tell a cat's anatomy, apparently. But yeah, it is, Uno is a boy. He weighs a whole 3.9 pounds. He is vicious. I mean that in a playful manner. His little claws can catch you when you're not ready for it. I've noticed, especially like if I'm on my phone, then he does stuff just to that he's learning that he's not supposed to do, like jumping up on the shelf where the little TV is in there. Now he's gotten a habit of he don't do it normally, but if I get on my phone, that's the first place he goes because he knows it's going to get my attention, and then I'm going to pull him off of there because I don't want him getting up there and getting by the cords and stuff like that, and causing a short or getting hurt or anything like that. I'm actually going to build like a plexiglass thing, like a barrier that goes up high enough that, fingers crossed, there won't be any way for him to jump up there anymore. But he'll still be able to see the TV. And believe it or not, he does watch the TV once in a while. And of course, just the ambient noise. So I'm still planning on in the spring because he's growing rather quickly. So I think by spring, maybe like March or so, I can start bringing him out into the other rooms. By then, I'll have a few other things put in place. Like I want to build a wood thing to put around the back of my entertainment center to shield so that him and her, the dog, can't chase each other into the back of there. And again, same thing, screw something up or start a fire or whatever because they get into the surge protectors and the cords and stuff. I'm even thinking about maybe building a front thing to put on the stand I have all my components on with plexiglass, so they won't be the dog wouldn't be able to actually jump up in there, but the cat would be able to jump in there to where like the PS4 and everything is on the shelves. So I've got a bunch of scrap wood. I got a bunch of sheets of plexiglass. Might as well frickin' use them, right? All right. But the great news is Uno is normal in every way. So all the things they checked came back normal. Everything's working properly as far as eyes and stuff. If you remember when I talked about him at first, I was worried that maybe there was an issue with his eyes. Turns out they're fine. I think they just took longer to develop. And again, I'm thinking maybe that's why the mama cat left him there in the freezing rain by himself. But at this point, I'm glad the mama cat did, because now I have a new valuable member of my little family here, and Kiwi eventually has somebody that she can play with, and I'm sure they're going to become close friends. They're already showing that. What I was told by the vet, to minimize their time around each other right now, it's good to look like in little spurts, 5-10 minutes, once or twice a day, have them in the same place. Just to acclimate slowly, but also just as far as like if one of them has something, possibly spreading it to the other one or vice versa, until Uno has her full shots. I signed up for I think it's called like the Kitten Shield Pro or something like that. Where if you do them all at one time, they split up over all the shots over 3 visits. It includes a microchip. And it's at a discounted price. You save like $200 some over if you did them individually. So, I set that up. In like 4 weeks, I go back for the next visit, and then I think it's like 2 weeks after that will be the final visit. But anyway, enough rambling. Let's dive into this. I got a box of Donruss Racing 2024. We're going to breeze through them since I rambled for 10 minutes. There's supposed to be one auto in here, or mem card, and 14 inserts or parallels. And look for the ultra rare slingshot insert, which is a retail exclusive. So, sorry about the big monologue there about the animals and so forth, but you know me. I like to jabber. Here we go. Oh, who's this? Tony Bradinger? Tony Bradinger. Which don't look too bad. I got Kyle Larson's car. There might be a few of these that I don't recognize because I haven't really watched racing in a while. Justin Haley. Alright, here's our first parallel. We've got an orange laser for Kevin Harvick. Nice. Not numbered. Alright, I need to make room here for stuff. Get one pile of common, and then we'll put the parallels and stuff in another one. So there it is. There it is again. Yeah, that's nice. Kevin Harvick, he's a pretty popular driver. Oh, we got another parallel, and this looks like it's actually an insert also. It is numbered. That's a nice sign, pulling a number, one out of the first pack. It's number, what the hell does that say? 83 out of 149. William Byron. Production line. Nice. That might be worth a couple bucks. I think I paid $18. It was on sale for $18 what I paid for this box. Alright, this looks like it is... Yeah, no, this is a regular. I thought it might be an insert, but it's a regular. It's got a regular number on the back of it. We got Joey Logano. I recognize his name. Justin Allgaier. I'm guessing that's how you pronounce his name. Maybe. I don't know. And Austin Hill. Okay. Wonder if you can pull downtowns out of here. I didn't even think about that. It might be on there. I'm not going to look through that. I mean, they have a whole, like the whole back half of the box is showing the stuff you can pull out of it. So, that'd be something, wouldn't it be to pull a bolt? I've never pulled a downtown. I've done a number of Donruss over the years. I have yet to. Man, why is this pack so hard to open? That's either a good sign or it's a bad sign. Man, oh man. Jeez. Alright, here we go. We got any color in here? Oh, I think our either mem or autograph in here. Based on the thickness, I'm thinking it's a mem card. Be sweet if it was a mem auto. That'd be great. Chandler Smith. Harrison Burton. Brad Keselowski. See, he was racing when I was still watching it, so you can kind of base how long it's been since I watched it based on the people I know and I don't know. All right, here is it's just a mem card, but it's a decent one. Pedal to the metal. Denny Hamlin. Is that a... What is that exactly? The enclosed racer used sheet metal is guaranteed by... Okay, so it's a piece of the sheet metal off the car somewhere. And it says race used. So that's pretty cool. It adds a little more value when it's, you know, actually used. I'd say the levels you go from like the lowest value ones are the ones that's just, you know, like driver worn. Like wardrobe and stuff, to where they basically just gave it to the guy, he put it on for a minute, took it back off, and then they used it to cut up and make swatches to put in cars. Beyond that would be like race, you know, in the case of racing, you know, race worn or track worn stuff, or track used, you know, race used, however you want to put it. And that adds some more value, because then you know that, you know, that was actually part of their car, that was actually part of their suit they wore in a race. And then you have another level beyond that, which is rare, but occasionally you see it, to where they actually say, you know, that it was used in this particular event. So, all right, here we have an insert retro for Kyle Larson. Another insert. No. Well, maybe. It's got a regular number on the back, but we got a Richard Petty Race Kings. I mean, that might be part of the base card set, but I'll put that in the other stack anyhow, because I mean, that's a big name. I mean, that is a true legend there. Not only as a driver, but as a crew chief, as a, you know, just absolute knowledge about race cars. You got Chase Briscoe, Garrett Smithy. Here's a You Could Win. Well, that's obviously not any good, because these are 2024 cards. So, all right. So we had our mem cards, so it's not likely there's going to be... I mean, you can always get where you can pull, you know, 2 of those, because it, you know, it's on average, I think is what it says. Yeah, find 1 autograph or memorabilia card per box on average. So that means some boxes, for that to be for 1 to be the average, that means that some boxes you're not going to get any, which means you probably get like Panini points. Other ones, obviously, at times you maybe get 1 of each, or 2 of something, or maybe this will be that time. Who knows? We got AJ Allmendinger. Okay, Brad Keselowski. Austin Cindric. Alright, we have a Dominators. This looks like it's part of this. I don't know what this might be, an insert. It's for Kevin Harvick, Dominators. We'll put that in the other stack. Ooh, here we have the embossed optic. I mean, it's not like anything special. It's just an optic instead of just a straight Donruss card. We have Jeremy Clements. I mean, it's kind of a refractor. It's got the, you know, the flashy silver background. Derek Kraus. Bubba Wallace. That's a NASCAR name right there. And Ryan Blaney. Picture Perfect Victory. Alright, next. Yeah, this could be a longer video. But it is what it is. Stay tuned, because we will have Funko Pops coming up in the next 2 videos. Christian X. Went and did most of my Christmas shopping today. We got Tasty Kane. He was racing when I was still watching. He was like a newbie when I was still watching. Carl Edwards, I think he was just starting out too when I was still watching. Oh, here we have some kind of like prismatic retro parallel. That's kind of cool. Ooh, it's numbered. 22 of 75. Rusty Wallace. That's another legend right there. Man. Is it going to focus on that or what? Guess not. That's a nice one. Alright, here we have insert, I think. Unleashed. Danielle Suarez. Kind of a cool card. Kyle Weatherman. Playoff bound as an owner, Brad Keselowski. And Ryan Newman. Ryan Newman. I think he had been racing for a few years before I stopped watching NASCAR. But he certainly wasn't a newbie. He had a few years under his belt. I mean, maybe it's changed again since I stopped watching, but when they kind of changed the format, instead of just being like a straight race, where they went into having like different, like they raced like 100 laps and then they inverted the field, and I know it's supposed to make it more exciting, but for me, it just didn't. Chris Buescher. Mark Martin. There's another legend. Is he still racing? Kyle Busch. Uno's over there throwing a fit because she can hear me. Alright, we have an orange laser for Austin Hill. Is it numbered? No. Nice. I mean, so far I have to say I'm impressed with the number of parallels I've gotten in this. Here's another parallel. This is it's not a refractor or anything. It's got the gold foil on it, the red and blue trim for Haley Deegan. Here's one of my favorite drivers. My two favorite drivers were when I was watching like full time back, in old school days. Back when Dale Earnhardt Sr. was still racing, back in those heyday of days. Sterling Marlin and Kyle Petty. And I know some especially Earnhardt fans, hate Sterling Marlin with a passion because he was the one that got up into Earnhardt that caused him to wipe out and go into the, tragically go into the wall and end his life. But if you really watch that, it wasn't, it wasn't intentional. That's the thing. I mean, sad to say, as tragic as it is, racing, you have that possibility of something like that happening every time there's a wreck. But yeah, my other favorite driver was always Kyle Petty. Always liked him. He was such a down-to-earth guy when you see him in interviews and stuff. And even when he had a bad race, he might let off a little steam, but, he chucked it up to, that's racing. You can't always be you can't always win. You can't always place in the top 10. You're going to have bad races once in a while. All right, we got a Race Kings for Chase Elliott. Ben Rhodes. We got another one of those cards to enter for whatever. All right, 2 packs left. Excuse me if I sound a little nasally. I catch a cold every time of the year. Or not every time of the year, but at this time of year, every year. I always catch a cold, no matter what I do. Even if I take vitamin C, preventive medication, I always catch one. And the main thing is... Number I didn't recognize, spam call, obviously. But I think it's because my house goes from, you know, in the warmer months, it's nice, it's pleasant, everything is, there's good humidity. And then, as soon as it gets really cold and the heater starts kicking on, it just dries the house out completely. We've got Martin Truex Jr. I know I should get a little humidifier. I need to look at inventory because I don't think I sold all 3 of the ones I had. So I might write that out of inventory and just buy it from my business and then just use it. Dale Earnhardt Jr. Raja, I don't know. Got another orange laser. This one is for Sheldon Creed. Oh, we got a silver hollow parallel. A special win in Texas for William Byron. That's nice. Casey Kane and Ryan Vargas. And, oh, here. There's the common, the base card of that one that we just got the silver hollow of. All right, last pack. Here we go. Overall, I'd say I probably got my $18 back. Oh, we got a rated rookie for Jake Garcia. I think that's the first rookie card I pulled out. We've got Matt Kenseth. Michael McDowell. We've got another orange hollow. Or orange laser, I mean. For Brandon Jones. Here's an optic for Jeff Gordon. He's a big name too. Red and blue parallel for Daniel Suarez. Jesse Love. And John Hunter Memechek. So there we go. That was it. We'll take all the commons, throw them back down, throw them down here in the bottom. Well, they might fit in that box. And well, the best card was probably either one of the numbered ones. I mean, I almost want to say the Rusty Wallace numbered is probably the best. Although the Kenny Hamlin mem card, they're probably neck and neck, honestly. I don't know. I'll have to look them up and see. But there we go. All right, long video, longer than normal. Not much, but a little bit. Let me know what you thought. Comment down below. Who's your favorite? Now, do you watch NASCAR? Who's your favorite driver? Is your favorite driver one of the ones that's no longer racing? Maybe they're involved in the broadcasting of the races now, or they're an owner. Or are you more in tune with somebody that's new to the circuit? And let me know, what do you think of how they have the races set up now? And you know, critique it for me. It might just be what pushes me to actually dive in and start watching it again. Somebody convinced me that I should. So, as always, look out for yourself so you know, everybody can, well, you and everyone around you. I was going to kind of say it differently, but yeah, look out for yourself and everyone around you so everyone can have a better chance of staying safe and healthy. except for me, obviously, right now. I mean, I don't feel terrible. I'm just stuffed up. And then it kind of goes from being stuffed up to then other times, especially when I'm at work. It's like when I'm at work, I'm not stuffed up. I'm like, my nose is running like crazy. It's freaking annoying. But, yeah, that is. I've been this way for about 4 or 5 days, so I'm guessing probably by like midweek I'll be feeling normal again. But don't worry, I'm taking some stuff for it, and I'll be right as rain in no time. So. All right, till the next time, Funko Pops will be next. See ya.